Knock on wood, I've not peed myself yet. I'm not loving the fact that either his head or his butt keeps shoving up into my right rib cage. It's not cool. Not cool, son. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Maggie Rose back with another pregnancy update for you. Sorry for like all the crazy mess of toys that you see behind me, but this is real life and I did not feel like cleaning up before filming this video. Anyway, today's update is from weeks 24 through 28 of my pregnancy so far. There has been a lot of changes since last time. So the first thing, I had to do my glucose test. I don't know why everybody freaks out about this test so much. It really wasn't that bad. I mean, the stuff that they make you drink, that green drink, or green and orange, why do I always get those colors mixed up? But it was that orange drink, but honestly it just tastes like really flat orange crush. It wasn't that bad to drink. I didn't get nauseous or anything after drinking it, but that test, the results came back in and my results were at a 12.2 and I haven't been in since then, but I looked up online what the regular levels are and it's supposed to be anywhere from like 12 to I don't even remember the cutoff number. So I think I'm good. 12.2. I'm gonna just double check. I'm sure they'll talk to me about it at my next appointment, which is in a couple days here, and then I'll actually start going every 2 weeks for my appointments. Long story short, I didn't have to do any longer glucose tests. I did with Aria. I don't remember what my level was, but I had to go in for the 3-hour test for her and that wasn't as fun. But this time I don't have to do that. I just have to do the 1-hour one and I'm good to go. Oh, and I also got my Tdap vaccine. I didn't really think about that this time. I did a lot of research on it when I was pregnant with Aria. Everybody else who gets the Tdap vaccine, it stays good for 10 years, but for me, since I'm pregnant again, I got the vaccine again to protect this baby. Other new things for me, he's up in my rib cage right now. So that's one thing that's been kind of annoying with this pregnancy, is that he is always getting in my right rib cage and it's very annoying. I love that he's moving around and I love that I can feel him more and actually start to kind of distinguish what parts of him I'm feeling, whether it be an elbow, a foot, a knee, a head, butt, whatever. I can actually start distinguishing the differences now, which I love, but I'm not loving the fact that either his head or his butt keeps shoving up into my right rib cage. It's not cool. Not cool, son. I talked to my doctor about it and she said second babies tend to use up all of the space that the first baby's made for them, which I never really thought about. And speaking of that, he like loves to jump on my bladder when I have to pee, and I have not peed myself. Knock on wood, I've not peed myself yet, but he keeps jumping on my bladder, so I'm hoping that that's not gonna make me pee myself in the future. But I have to pee all the time because he always jumps on my bladder, and sometimes it's not even like hardly any pee, which also leads me into my mood. I have been relatively happy this whole pregnancy up until right as soon as I transitioned this past week or two, I'd say. I've been starting to get kind of grouchy just because I'm starting to get not very uncomfortable, but I'm starting to get uncomfortable. Any position that I'm sitting in is just not comfortable. I can't bend over very well anymore. It takes a lot of effort to put my socks on, especially my compression socks that I have to wear for my hideous veins. Putting my pants on is getting harder. That's just pregnancy. You just get uncomfortable towards the end and that's just how it is. And I do feel very blessed to be pregnant and to have gone this far in the pregnancy and everything has gone so smoothly and he's healthy and measuring right and everything is going well with him. So I really don't want to complain about a lot, but I'm starting to get uncomfortable, but I don't feel like that's uncommon for pregnant women to say that. Also, my weight for this past appointment, I had gained 8 pounds since the last month, which was kind of disappointing to me. I know that I'm not trying super hard with being healthy, but I am trying hard at exercising. That in itself is getting a lot harder. During this past couple weeks, it's been getting a lot harder for me to exercise because I'm losing my breath more frequently and my heart rate climbs higher faster than it normally does. It's been getting harder for me to exercise. I have been going on walks with Aria almost every morning for 20 to 35 minutes. I'm just kind of disappointed with my weight gain from last month to this month, but my doctors didn't say anything about it. So right now, I think right now I'm at around 177, but I go in again on Monday and it'll probably be more than that. But 177 right now, and again, my goal is to not go over 100 by the time I get to the end. A couple more things. I have been getting exhausted. If I need to take a nap, and Aria already took her nap, I gate her into this room so that I know that she can't like ruin anything in here or get herself into too much trouble. So I can rest in here on the couch while she's playing, watching Sesame Street or something for 20 minutes while I just like lay on the couch and just kind of half sleep, I guess. It's almost like first trimester exhaustion is coming back. I don't know. But nesting is coming on full blast. I forgot like what nesting does to a person. I am so pumped to get their rooms done. Both Aria and the new baby. We're doing a lot of Pinteresting. Well, Hunter's not Pinteresting, I am. I'm Pinteresting a lot and coming up with lots of really cool ideas. I love designing rooms. I am so excited to get their rooms started. There'll be a video in the future showing you guys what we're doing with their rooms, so keep your eye out for that. Another thing that I wanted to let you guys know is that we picked a name for this little guy, but I'm not going to share it with you quite yet. I'll do that in a separate video specifically for his name, so stay tuned for that one too. But we finally decided on a name. I'm glad that we got that figured out, and I'm just really excited. It's really hard for me to not tell everybody what his name is, and it's hard for me to not just say it out loud when I'm talking to people because we use it at home a lot. So I don't know, that's a little hard for me. But last thing, I wanted to let you guys know about Aeroflow if you haven't heard of it. And this video is not sponsored by them or anything. I'll have a link for you guys to follow if you're interested in seeing what it's all about. But long story short, Aeroflow, I found out about them in Aria's pregnancy from one of my friends at work. But basically what it is, it's a middleman between you and your insurance company to get you a breast pump for free. Most insurance companies do cover you for a breast pump. Most insurance companies also cover replacement parts and extra parts once a year. Aeroflow takes care of talking to your insurance company for you, so you don't have to do that. When I tried it the first time with Aria's pregnancy, I was expecting it to be really complicated, but it was super easy. And I did it this time too because I wasn't sure if I would get another free one for being pregnant again, but apparently you do. So if you follow the link I have in the description box, it'll take you to Aeroflow and you just put in your basic information and your insurance information. They will reach out to your insurance for you, and then in a day or so when they email you back, most likely they'll say, hey, congratulations, you qualify for a free breast pump. Follow this link to figure out your options. They had a whole list of options with a ton of different breast pumps. Some of them are discounted if you wanted to get like more complicated breast pumps with a pumping bag and all that stuff. There's a lot of free choices too. It'll tell you in Aeroflow what your insurance does and doesn't cover. The last breast pump that I got for Aria's pregnancy was the Spectra S2 Plus. I got that one for free through Aeroflow through my insurance, which is kind of confusing, but in my case with my insurance and the pump that I chose, it gave me the pump, 2 of the suction things, I don't even know what to call them, and then a couple of the bottles, extra tubing, and all that stuff it came with, and that all is free. So this time for this pregnancy, I got a different breast pump. I got the Lancino breast pump, which I got because apparently it's Bluetooth and links to an app on your phone. But yeah, so basically, long story short, I highly recommend Aeroflow if you don't know what your insurance will and won't cover for breast pump. So I have the link in the description box if you want to go check that out if you're pregnant and you decide to breastfeed and decide that you need a pump. That is my last little nugget of information for this pregnancy update. I do need to show you my belly though. I almost forgot that. I almost forget that every time. This is baby and this is baby compared to my belly. And this is the belly for 28 weeks. So my belly's almost to the point where it's gonna stretch out my stretch marks soon, but it's not quite there yet. It's definitely getting uncomfortable, so I'm assuming you can tell a difference from last time. So yeah, that was it for my 24 to 28 week bump date. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you next month for another pregnancy update, and I'll see you next week for another video. Thanks for watching, guys. Keep smiling, keep finding the joy. Bye! Man, I talk too much. My throat hurts now. Alright, it's time for a nap. Oh my gosh. Do you see my eye twitching? Do you see that? Do you know how annoying that is?